Shorties.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Rolling Shorties. I was going to pick great science fiction adventures just because this cover was rad. This lady looks, her eyes are closed and she's so annoyed that somebody's taking on a rocket ship. But we were going to read this one today, but they didn't have a table of contents. So bye. Threw it. I didn't throw it. So instead I grabbed Future City. This is edited by Roger Elwood of the Laser Books fame. And I just this one's a little bit beat up, which is unfortunate, but that cover is so stinking cool. A skeleton with a snow globe, a snow globe head. I love it. Anyway, a vision of man's urban features, or excuse me, a vision of man's urban future in all new stories by 22 leading writers of science fiction. All right. My interest is peaked. 22. So I only have a 20-sided die, so we'll have to get clever with it. All right. Now my favorite part, reading. Forward by Clifford D. Simek. In Praise of New York by Tom Dish. The Sightseers, Ben Bova. Meanwhile, We Eliminate by Andrew J. Offutt. Thin Alabaster Cities Gleam by Lawrence M. Janifer. Culture Lock by Barry N. Malzberg. The World as Will and Wallpaper by R.A. Lafferty. Violation by William F. Nolan. City Lights, City Nights by K.M. O'Donnell. Never heard of K.M. O'Donnell. That's exciting. The Undercity by Koontz. Apartment Hunting by Harvey and Audrey Bilker. Never heard of them. As a Drop by D.M. Price. Never heard of D.M. Price. Abelendes by Virginia Kidd. The Weariest River by Thomas N. Scorsia. Death of a City by Frank Herbert. Assassins of Air by George Zabrowski. Getting Across by Robert Silverberg. In Dark Places by Joe L. Hensley. Revolution by Robin Schaefer. Chicago by Thomas F. Montaloni. The Most Primitive by Ray Russell. Hindsight 480 Seconds by Harland Ellison. And 5 Million AD by Miriam Allen DeFord. Okay, so this is what I think we're going to do since I only have a 20-sided die and I could use a normal like an app or something to roll, but it's just fun to rolling the dice, you know. And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna eliminate number one here, just because everybody knows Clifford Simak's good, and the afterword by Frederick Pohl. I don't even know why I counted that. So we're not counting the preface here, or the foreword, or the afterword. And so number one's gonna be In Praise of New York by Tom Dish. All right, let's roll, baby. Nothing up my sleeves. Number 9. Okay. Number 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The Undercity by Dean R. Koontz. Oh, Koontz. I just finished reading The Undercity by Dean Koontz in the Future City anthology. Let me tell you a story about Dean Koontz. I read a lot of Dean Koontz when I was younger, probably because I was just scooping up books and reading them. And I read a lot of Stephen King and a lot of Dean Koontz because that's what I could find at thrift stores and garage sales, things like that. And I started reading. I had read a few anthologies by Dean Koontz. Didn't do anything for me. And then my buddy told me you need to read Out of the or From the Corner of His Eye by Dean Koontz. I believe that's what it's called. And so I bought it, read it, started reading it, and instantly I was hooked because there's this young, newly married couple. They're going hiking together in the woods. They crawl on top of this. They finally, and they're so in love, so unbelievably in love. He's so in love with her. They climb to the top of this lookout tower on this hiking trail, and they're looking over the edge. And the man is so in love, he can't believe how lucky he is. And then he pushes his new wife off the edge, and just to watch her fall. And it was one of the most. I was literally whiplashed. That was the most jarring, the best hook I've ever seen. Like, oh, this guy's a sociopath. This is incredible. One of the best openings to any book I've ever read. And at that point I was like, maybe I was wrong about Dean Koontz, because he had me. And I DNF'd the book about 200 pages later because nothing happened. Dean Koontz is fine. He's fine. I don't get it. I don't understand how he's printed or published 7 billion books or however many he's done. I don't get it. And that's kind of when I rolled Dean Koontz here. I was like, well, let's see. Obviously, there's got to be something to him. Like, obviously, you don't get a name like that by just churning out mediocrity, right? This is the Undercity. It's a day in the life. A man is telling his son, it's kind of refreshing, or telling him about his day in the Undercity. This utopia, not utopia, just this futuristic city society that everything is taken care of. All vices are legal, and so the things that are illegal are like a traditional marriage or being able to move what you want or get a bigger apartment or things like that. And so this guy is basically kind of in the Undercity. He goes around. It's just basically he's recounting his day. Then I went to this meeting and got helped these people get illegally married. Then I went to here to help this guy get an apartment. And then it's boring. It's dull. It's forgettable. Dean Koontz.